Everybody struggles with money in Delta Force, especially when you're first starting out. You're not alone. If you're watching this, like, man, I need to make some. I have nothing. You see, I have 366 mil liquid. Right now, I think my overall assets is a little over $500 million. I stopped carrying a while ago, and I try to make things that are fun for you guys to watch, but I still like to show you guys how you can make money in the game. And I've showed a lot of budget kits, a lot of things that you can do, but there is something even more basic than that. And that is knife running. You can do it in easy with absolutely no gear, but I don't recommend it because it's not as good. I would recommend you that you at least hit the threshold for normal, or maybe you practice in easy a little bit and then you go into normal. And I'm going to show you how you can do that today. It's very simple. Then before we go further, drop a like, maybe subscribe if you've been enjoying Delta Force like I have. I've been having fun making videos over it and playing the game. Now we're going to go into zero damn normal, all right? For a few reasons. One, this is the map that most people learn. Two, it has the least amount of cheaters on it. Rotational maps like Burkesh or Space City or even Leali normal, a lot of cheaters, frankly. But you do have to hit the entry value, right? 112,500. Now you can do this a few different ways. For this video purpose, our goal is not to fight. We're going to be doing this purely with space. And what I mean by that is we want to have the largest backpack we can to hold as much loot as possible, along with the highest amount of space in our, our chest rig. And so we're going to go down here. I'm going to grab maybe that 28 slot bag. This is also 28, but it's more segmented. It's not a bad thing. It's also 28 slots. We're probably not going to get anything that's too big we can't fit. We're going to go with this one. I'm going to go with an unsegmented one. You could go with the segmented one. And what I mean by segments is it's obviously separated out into smaller slots within the bag. And then down here, we're at what right now? 87,000. So we need something worth 35K, roughly. And so we can go down here and we'll grab the Raider Tactical Vest, which is 16 slots. That puts us over the 112,000 mark, by a little bit. You can get even closer if you want. You could also buy a headset, which isn't a bad option. Anything that gives you a little bit of extra hearing range is not bad, because you want to try to avoid fights during this. Because you're avoiding fights, that also depends on what operator you want to run. Like, you can run Hack Claw, like I'm going to try here. I also have examples of runs with Stinger or runs with D-Wolf. Characters that basically are good at smoking their way or outrunning the players. This is what you want, but you're also going to need to bring a little bit of heals, right? You always want to bring at least one painkiller in case you're in a bad spot. You need a painkiller to keep moving. You're not going to bring a repair, just a painkiller. That's all you need. And then you want to bring heals. I wouldn't recommend a med crate. It's a little too big. We will bring maybe an FFAC. So go under meds, field first aid right there. It's worth 17K right now. You can bring a little bit less. You could run a vehicle first aid, but it is significantly slower. So I'm just going to run that. And you can put it in your safe box. So no big deal. No armor because we're not going to worry about armor. We're going to pick up off a bot. Now, this little animation that plays at the start when you load in, it doesn't happen every time. Keep track of that, because that will determine if you have an extra loot spot inside of Dam, where you can grab a gold bar or two, maybe. Ooh, okay, so this isn't bad at all. This is a close admin spawn. Now, we could go in admin and run for the safe. Not the worst. It's a little scary. Because we spawned here, though, this is the northern loot line, and I'll show you what that looks like right now. Now, here's an overhead map of Dam. I included the spawn points because it's important to know where people are spawning at, whether you're trying to fight or trying to avoid the fight. Now, the northern loot route is the one we're going to be taking with the spawn point that we got. Obviously, the route that we take is RNG based off of our spawn point. The one that we have, or the one at the top of the map north of Visitor, or the far left at the top of Barracks or in the tunnel, that is kind of always the northern route. You're just going left to right, right to left. And I'll show you the southern route, obviously, in an example after this. But you can alter that route a little bit here and there based off of your game knowledge, whether you know people are fighting in certain areas, or if the back of Dam is open, you can go into safe. If you think people are in the back normal route, you can go into admin and make an adjustment as well and try to loot through admin really quick while they're on the back crates. So you do have to play it by ear, but there is kind of a set area you're going to be traveling in. The thing is, there's no reason for the team that spawns tunnel. Again, if you know spawns, they're going to spawn here. There's no reason for them to back up to barracks. They're just, because there's no safe there. There's nothing to really worry about. They don't have to go there at all. Get rid of a few bots. Hopefully I don't get shot at too much here. Look on the container there. Okay. Nothing there. We're not going to loot that at all. We're backing up. We got to see if the lift is up right now. The lift is not up.
Ready to fire!
I'm going to loot the machine gunner because he can have good loot. Oh, they're in there. Okay, never mind. They might not have taken the loot, but they did go in there, which means we go containers here. That's okay. The secret here is we go as quick as possible, and also at the same time, we got the back open here. So we're going to loot this flight container quickly, and then go back for gold bars. Loot that. Loot this. Take the solar panel, why not? Right now we grab everything we can. Okay, we want that to flash them so they don't shoot at us. That's the only goal there. And they still got a shot off, unfortunately. Throw a flash there. Alright. Grab the ammo. We got through that pretty well, honestly. Look on the ground here. Looks like they're going to fight an admin. This is really good for us. This is really good. Nice. Motherboard's not bad at all. Alright, we're looking for a gold bar on the ground here. Nothing spawned for gold bars. That's unlucky. Did get that. We get the safe here. So often you can find gold bars on the ground back here, in the safe on the edges when you first walk in. Unfortunately, didn't get any there though. It is what it is. They're going to be like right there, or right here, or right here, right there. Just unlucky. Alright. Anything I can do to optimize my loot here? Put that there. Throw that up there. Could maybe fit a motherboard in, but I'm not going to, I don't think. Okay. So at this point, we have to avoid admin. We're in a scary area. We are in a scary area. The admin team is not our friend. And so we're going to try to kill as many of these bots as we can, and then go to barracks through the back route. We have a few sketchy spots we have to run. We don't have any smokes, so we have to hope for the best on that one. Back here. Nice. Put that there. That's a big gun, too. We're gonna wait 2 seconds here. I want to kill this thing without shooting. Okay. Gotta look at top left right now. Nobody's in top left. So we're gonna get out this way. Keeping track of where the fighting is definitely very helpful. And so we could loot around here really quick if we wanted to, but I don't see any big purpose to. I think barracks is going to be relatively unhit. Reload this gun in case I find a team up to shoot one guy. And if we're not sure, we can always use our ult and back up if we're like trying to figure out where they're at. The team that was inside would have spawned here. They didn't loot anything, not a big surprise. We're gonna burn our ult here just to figure it out. Wait for the tick. Alright, we're good. That means I think we're totally safe to loot barracks. And it's going to be relatively untouched. Damn, got a shot off. I should probably burn my flashes more. I'm not a very big hack claw player, but I do know a lot of people like to run her. And so I was using her purely because other people use her so much. And I'm sure a lot of people will at least watch this use her, you know? Ooh, I actually need this for the trade-in for the week. Important to keep track of stuff like that too. Some things are worth more than others at the time. What do I have to drop her now? Solar panel for sure. Loot everything up here. Nothing there. Check down low. Some of these tech spawns can be pretty good sometimes. Kill the shield bearer. This Uzi is actually worth a considerable amount more than my Uzi, or than this Car 15, I think. So take that. Take the ammo. Oh, I should actually change my armors up too. And now we go back here. And back of the dam at this point in time should be insanely safe. Should have no issues back here at all this late in the game. I'm actually going to take this out though and try to optimize my loot just a little bit more. There, something like, actually this is better. Yeah, something like that. So we loot a little bit back here now. Pretty clean, pretty simple so far. I'm kind of surprised the team that ran into admin ran through the side door, or like instead of running to the lift, because the lift is unquestionably faster. It's the fastest way in. This door was kicked outward. That means that whatever team spawned in here kicked out and went towards cement. So I should be on the lookout for them. But at this point in time in the game, we're like 9 minutes in. They should not be around here. They should have been all the way down to cement. They should have been somewhere else. And so what we're going to do is we're going to run along the top line here. Kind of following the northern route, right? This big old U-shape. That was actually looted. Kind of surprising. I was going to loot that if it wasn't. But it's okay. We go down here. There's still a few other birds' nests we can hit before we get out. I've got a few big reds from Bird's Nest before. Nothing insane, nothing like Heart of Africa, but you know, a couple mil. It's always worth checking them. Where is it? There it is. How can we fit this in? Probably drop that for those. And actually, I can show you a trick here. I'm gonna go down here really quick. Nice. Ammo's good. Even blue ammo's pretty good now. With the change to easy, blue ammo went up quite a bit. So blue ammo's not bad. It's kind of nice. Because you find blue ammo so often. Alright, run on right through here. Gonna grab this bird nest. Not bad, a ball. There we go. We'll throw that away for the D-girl. Gotta love our dancing girls. Throw that there, throw that there. Now the last thing we can check really quick is specific to Hackclaw and Luna. Ooh, someone shot an arrow there. That kind of freaked me out. Ooh, Byron right there. Okay, so he's running away from us. There's a... Ooh, okay, no, we go. Oh, shit, we go. Oh, no. What I was going to show you is there's a truck right here. This truck can be opened up by using your Luna shock arrow or Hackclaw's knife. The guy that shot had an M7, by the way, so it's a pretty big gun. Seeing 2 there and an M7 shoot here, I don't feel very safe at that point. So I won't loot the truck. If you open up the back of the truck using a shock arrow or her knife, her data knife, then you can loot one more crate in there. And I've got a red from it before, so it's not bad. Either way, 11 minutes following the northern route. Again, could have gotten a lot more money. 700k, pretty low, considering the fact that we got Vault and, what, triple flight case? I mean, just one drip coffee from flight cases, which are pretty common. Not really common, okay. Not super rare, but not insanely common. That's 500k alone, like 500 to 600. So, very easy. Could have made a lot more money, but quick runs, you get your money in, you know? So we got a southern spawn, so we're gonna take the southern loot route. Now again, an overhead version of the map, the spawns are still here. The southern route is pretty much anything that spawns on the south side of Cement, Substation, or on the rough edge of Visitor Center. Some of these spawns you could take either way. For example, the tunnel route, you could go north Barracks, or you could go south Cement. Kind of up to you at that point. The perfect storm for the south route is to get all the loot in Cement, which is 2 flight cases, maybe even a safe if you're lucky. Go all the way over to Minor Substation. In between that, you're looting probably 3 or 4 nests as well. You get the flight case in Minor Substation. You could also even go into Major Substation if you think it's completely empty. You go to the village up to the south of Visitor, you loot through Visitor, and you exit at the tunnel. That would be perfect. It rarely ever goes perfect, but sometimes you can get most of that. Also, you have to keep track of where enemies are spawning, right? If you spawn outside Cement, like you're going to see here, there's one important thing you need to know. We want to go into Cement Plant and get the safe if we can. The main thing to look for is if the Rocketeer is up. If he's up, that means we're safe to run in. We got the closest spawn. If he's not up, he didn't spawn, that means a team spawned inside in the corner. And I can't go this way because they will kill me. When teams spawn really close to certain, I don't know, mobs in the game, they will not spawn there for like the first 2 minutes or so. I don't know the exact timer on it, but it will be a little bit. And so all I gotta do is walk over here and look inside. If I see the Rocketeer, I'm good. Nope. Means I'm fucked. Means I'm giga-fucked. Can't walk that way. Unlucky. I could hear him just barely. It's just unfortunate that a whole team spawned in there. Nothing I can do about it. I could try to fight him with a knife, but that's not the best chance. So I think I'm better off trying to avoid them. Really quickly, loot through here. Oh, that's good. That's a pretty good find. We still have options, though. We still have options. If I really want to be desperate, I can try to fight for Major Substation. I can also try to get the Minor Substation with it. I'm gonna loot through the minefield really fast. Just try to increase odds of finding something decent. If you're wondering how to loot minefield, all you gotta do is run in front of the mines, or in front of the, I'm sorry, the signs, because the mines are behind them. So you're good. I have my ult up soon. I want to use it right now. Now, this was already hit. That means somebody spawned close and they were fast. Well, I think at this point, you have to risk it. We risk it by trying to get into major. I don't see any bodies. I'm gonna slow walk in. I think it's just bots. I think I'm good. Yeah, I think we're good. Just bots. So we go for the loot here. Unfortunately, major is also a spot people go pretty often. Oh, player here. All right. Well, we did that with gray ammo. Wasn't ideal. They're scared that there's more than me just around, so they're not pushing right away. That guy was hella undergeared. He does have a purple gun, though, so that's pretty good for us. We loot this as is currently. And now we slow walk here. That flash is way out there. We should be okay. I don't want this hat. Hurts my audio distance. Grab this, grab this. We're just gonna get out as quick as possible now, or out of that area. That did work, though. It took a lot of shots. I didn't shoot his armor for obvious reasons. Gray ammo would take a millennium to get through it. And just as I was saying, substation is a place that people tend to push. Even at weird times. I do not like it. That happens, you know? It is what it is. You just gotta be ready to fight it sometimes. Get out of here as soon as we can. I was also lucky the guy had his knife out. That would have been catastrophic. Let me use this. Oh, this was looted too, huh? Well, we'll see if they hit everything. Did they open door? Nope, didn't open door. I have a little bit of room, so I'm down to actually send the ticket office once here. Kind of good to do at the end of runs, you know? Earrings, not great. Wood pipe's not bad. I think that's trade up right now, so it's actually kind of valuable. Not too bad, not too bad. Let me check up here for the key room. Nothing. Oh, they got everything. They looted every door, every room. They didn't get the ammo out of this. They didn't take the chest, though, which is interesting. For a player that loots so much, I'm kind of surprised they left that. Just something to remember, though. You know, not everybody gets everything. Typically. They did get damn near it, though, I'll tell you what.
Let's solve this puzzle.
Burn our ult really quick. Make sure no one's extract camping. We're good. And we're good. Fast run, 700k. We even didn't get optimal loot. I mean, that was bad. Technically, really bad. We didn't get any flight cases. All of them were blocked off or looted, and we still were able to get out in 7 minutes following the southern loot pattern. I mean, that was pretty damn solid, actually. I'm not mad about that at all. 700k in 7 minutes. That's not bad, considering the luck. But if you want to see a really nice run with good luck, this is what it looks like. All right, this actually is a pretty good route. Not gonna lie. This is pretty good. As normally this spawn's not good. But because this is open, we can go up, down, through the back, loot that crate, go back. This is pretty good. For decent loot potential. I might have one ad here. Wow. That's okay. Gonna grab this guy's gun, grab his armor, grab that chest rig. We're good. We're looking for the team that's coming in here. They usually are in a little bit sooner than us, so we're good. Minigunner's mad, by the way, which means the team is ahead of me. Gonna loot this, because why not? The team up top, they're probably worried. I'm gonna smoke that guy off real fast. They most likely aren't gonna be looking back toward them right away here. I'm not gonna loot that because I don't care too much. I'm gonna go right back into gold bars from here because this angle's a little bit better. And not getting blasted by a million robots. Didn't go over the bird's nest? Nah. I'll get loot here in a second. Okay, grab that. Grab that. Look for gold bars. Unlucky on gold bars. That's okay. I'm actually going to go out the same way I came in. Smoke him off so he doesn't shoot at me. Kill him. Damn. One bullet there, huh? Get our stamina back while we can here. Might be a player out here looking around. Vest repairs, not bad. Oops. That kit's not bad either. They're having a blast in there right now. There's a missile in there, I'm pretty sure. Processor is 400k. And here's a military shell.
All units, airdrops have been deployed all around the map. Proceed to search for items needed for the operation.
They're still in there chilling. Look for this guy and knife him. A little better chest rig.
Get some shade.
Smoke across so I can get through without getting shot. Knife this guy. Well, at this point, I can cut back across here. Just because there's a little loot. I want to loot the vent. They're still fighting an admin. Nope, they got that already. Smoke him off again. I had a red dot on it. It's MP5, I think, so it's worth more than a bison. How much is that shell worth? It's worth 1.5. So now you see how I took like a helmet that was worth 20k, and we're worth 2.1 mil right now. Team didn't spawn in here, which means the team that spawned up top is probably... gonna be looting that out. There was one chest there. Yeah, I have no battle cost either. That's an ad. We're good. Don't shoot, don't shoot, don't shoot, don't shoot. Damn.
All units, airdrops have been deployed all around the map. Proceed to search for items needed for the operation.
I think we're good. Did you get matched up people around the same gear value? No, because that would be an easy way to game the system. He smoked himself off. There's always a computer here, by the way, if you didn't know, so you can always come up here and grab this. Do we go super greed? Worth more than the bison is. I should just shoot these. But to be fair, if there was someone around, they probably would have come over and fucking shot me at this point, so.
Do something while it lasts.
We brought this painkiller for a reason. So at this point in the game, there's probably not anyone that can be at cement. There's just no reason for anyone to be here. And they would have been looking for me, so. Rocketeer is up. This run has gone pretty damn well to the point where I gotta start looking to see what I want to drop, if anything. Shielder's up here. Okay, that was annoying. Take a second and fix all that problems. I mean, I could just drop this. Can I loot the gear crate? I getting rocketed. K4 is more valuable. God, this handguard's worth a little bit. And then take the MP5 and just put that there. Drop the MP5 most likely because this is going to be worth more. It is not. MP5 is a better gun. So you can see how when Chap and I want to make money, there's really no point in ever like going in and getting geared and shooting people. It never makes sense. Someone was already here. Okay. I got that one. Oh, they didn't get this one. Yeah. That was the next step. Fuck off. They actually went down there. That's not like that usually.
Laying smoke screen.
Smoke off the left. Smoke off the right. Yeah, I should have put the envelopes here, but I was mostly just concerned with getting out, and we're fine. So
The eggs in the basket. Welcome back.
that's what a lot of people do when they want to make money. You can go in with minimal risk. You don't have to fight people, so long as you know the spawn points, so like where people will be. We did 2.5 mil with absolutely zero battle cost in 11 minutes.